Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video on this channel. Today we are back with something that I've done in the past, but obviously we don't have on this new channel, surprisingly. I thought I made one of these videos already, but turns out I didn't. And what is that video? It is a suggestion or recommendation list of some sellers that I personally use and have bought from in the past that I think you guys could also buy stuff from. And obviously this list is not sponsored. None of these sellers have paid me to add them to this list. These are purely just my recommendations, and I know sometimes you guys are looking for something, but you don't know what exactly you're looking for, and you also don't know where to look. So obviously these sellers, you'll be able to scroll through their stores and maybe find some items that suit your needs, suit your style. I do have a nice variety of styles here, so it's not, for example, just high fashion or just streetwear. We have a bit of both, and we do also have a independent Chinese brand as well. Excuse me if I sound a bit nasal, I'm a bit sick, but I do want to get this video out for you guys, so that's why we're recording it. And I don't want to waste too much of your time. Obviously, if you want to find items and not sellers, then you can find that in the spreadsheet down below, and also you can find the links to these stores in the spreadsheet down below as well, in the sellers list tab. I do also have TikTok and Instagram, so if you could follow me on there, I would really appreciate it. I don't want to take up too much of your time now, JD's and Lemon, so let's get straight into it. Starting us off with Val Progress, which is actually an independent Chinese brand, which has a very weird catalog of items, I won't lie. They have some items that are very clearly just their own, like, creations. For example, this bag here, but they also have items that clearly are let's say stolen, perhaps, as we can see with this Acme Studios pair of jeans here, or maybe even this I believe this is a Project GR pair of sweats. So it's a very interesting catalog of pieces, but they do have some really cool graphic tees as well. For example, I know I did showcase this Kill Bill tee in a recent video, and a lot of you guys really liked it. I think they do have the vibe really locked in. They do have some other cool stuff. I ordered a bunch of flannels from them recently. I literally got all 3 colorways of these. And I do also have this pair of pants on the way. And I know this pair of pants might seem a bit freaky and a bit, you know, like something an old man would wear, but I think it's got that perfect, clean kind of, like, you know, standing out from the crowd aesthetic. And I think that's what Val Progress has in general. They have some pretty clean, subtle pieces, but also a lot of it is different from what you would usually see, like a, I don't know, like an outlet store. But it's also like a good seller, I think, with that to start us off with, and to put a Chinese guy out there, you know, for you guys to know. Up next, I can't believe I'm saying this, he has returned. If you guys have been in this scene for longer than a year, you will know who Husky is. And he has made a post on Reddit, and he's back. Okay, Husky has returned. This guy was always the best for North Face jackets. He also was the best for tech fleeces. Fuck the tech fleeces, let's be real, no one wears that shit anyway. But the North Face jackets from him were always the best. So if you're looking for a winter jacket, this is the perfect timing. He is a typical Yupu seller. With that being said, a lot of the stuff he has is market batches, and it's not stuff he produces. However, from what we know, and as far as I'm concerned as well, his North Face jackets are actually produced through a factory that he has a deal with, so it's not something you can find elsewhere, and they always had the best quality. He also has, like, any brand you could potentially think of, and this is actually stuff that he's updated as well. So he didn't just return and revive his old Yupu, he did actually add new items to the list. So this is definitely a seller you should check out. Just do keep in mind that this is a typical Yupu seller that has a lot of brands, but might not always be the best quality. And if you're looking for a North Face jacket, I would say he's my top recommendation. If you're looking for anything else, I would really suggest maybe spending a bit more time and looking elsewhere. However, if you're really lazy and you just want a nice, easy place to find stuff, then I guess his Yupu isn't a bad place to look. It's just not going to be the most accurate items based on sizing and stuff, because he reuses blanks, and yeah, he doesn't really care that much about quality in that aspect. But North Face jackets, the Nupses specifically, the 96s, absolutely go with. I can't even put that against him. It's just, they're just really good. Up next, we have Union Kingdom, who I featured before on this channel as well, and he has expanded his blanks quite a bit, and that is what I'm showcasing you him for mostly. It is his variety of blank items with no branding, nothing. It's just high quality with 0 branding items. So for example, you see this boxy crop shirt or this quarter zipper, 630 GSM for $34, which is cheaper than you can find in stores such as H&M or Uniqlo, and it will be of insanely high quality. This guy does not joke around. I did also notice that he has this boxy shirt now. I wish it was in different colorways, because I do love myself a boxy shirt. The Mertra one I bought recently, buttons already fell off, so obviously I wouldn't have that issue with him, because Union Kingdom is just that guy. He also has some really cool tracksuits that have a really nice fit as well, oversized baggy, and he also has that in many different colorways, so you really can't go wrong with him. This stuff is really high quality, like really high quality. Oh, and here you go, you've got another colorway of the boxy shirt. 3 colorways even, so I'll definitely be adding that to cart. I'm going to assume I'm a size L, and I'm going to straight away add the green, the beige, and the navy. Thank you very much. Honestly, it's just leftover stock at this point. He's really moving over to this blank clothing agenda, and I'm all here for it. It's hard to find high quality blank clothing, and you don't always want to leave the house looking like you're wearing a fit for $1,000. So I think Union Kingdom is definitely a seller you guys should be checking out, and someone that you should be getting your blank clothing from. Tees, hoodies, shorts, jackets, zip-ups, not jackets, zip-ups is definitely your go-to. Up next, we have someone with a bit of a more niche catalog of items, and this is mostly Gentle Monster, as well as a couple other brands of glasses specifically. So this is just a sunglasses or even a normal glass seller, but I don't believe he has a prescription service, so it is literally just sunglasses or glasses for the aesthetic. But he has the widest catalog and the highest quality catalog I've seen of Gentle Monster glasses. I did recently showcase 2 pairs that I bought on my channel, literally in the last video that I uploaded. So I will be buying a lot more pairs from this guy. They're so high quality. I have literally 0 complaints, and he's constantly producing other items as well. As you can see here, he's got a lot of stuff in production, and he's looking to move into jewelry apparently. But yeah, his glasses, the plastic he uses, the materials, the hinges, the attention to detail as well. On the Mason Margiela pair I have, there is a little string sewn into the plastic. How do you even do that? Who cares to put that much detail into it? Most sellers will probably just paint it and call it a day. This guy has actually like one-to-one attention to detail. There's nothing I've seen like it when it comes to glasses, and he is definitely my favorite and go-to. So if you're looking for sunglasses, I know now is not the season for sunglasses, but if you're looking for sunglasses for future use, or just to wear to be cool, or for normal glasses just to wear to style, I would say George, this guy with the Gentle Monster glasses, is definitely a go-to. Up next, I got 2 stores that I'm going to bundle together, and this is like the Q-Reps NPC. So obviously ERD and Acne Studios, 2 of the more popular brands right now, and that's why I have I believe this guy's called CryptoMade, and we do have Tour as well. So CryptoMade has a lot of your standard run-of-the-mill ERD pieces. When I say a lot, I mean it's a relatively small catalog, but ERD doesn't drop that many items. As you can see, it literally ends here. But Tour is the same story, doesn't have too wide of a catalog, but here's the Acne Studios, very typical, very NPC, if I can say so. I know I've got these items as well, but the NPC long sleeves and t-shirts. So these 2 sellers, literally super simple. You want ERD? Here you go. High quality ERD, not too expensive, $20 to $30 for a top. You want Acne Studios, you want to move into that realm of clothing? Here you go too. $20 to $25. I would say he's the most accurate for these batches as well, for these items I should say. It's how you basically ease yourself into that sort of space. If you don't want to have anything too unique or too special, then I would say these guys are good, and you will also not go wrong with their quality. I know there are a lot of other sellers, even sellers I've recommended in the past, that will have a lot more variety of items, a lot more styles to choose from. However, that quality is pretty much always going to be worse. If someone has a really wide catalog of items, then you know something's up. So obviously that's not the case with these 2, and I do highly suggest them if you are looking to get some high quality ERD or some high quality Acne Studios. Up next, we are going back to that thing where I said if someone has a lot of items, then that's not a good sign. We have Satan Made, and this guy really doesn't have a lot of items, but I do want to put him here because he does produce a lot of Balenciaga and Acne Studios, but he produces it at a really fair price. Okay, so this guy has embroidered pieces for literally like a couple, like $10-20. He has tees, he has jeans, he has cargos. I recently unboxed these jeans on a video, and for $45 I am in disbelief of how good they are. Genuinely, I have 0 complaints. This is a Balenciaga pair of jeans for $45. No other seller is doing it like him. It's literally uncomparable to anything else. Uncomparable, you know what I mean. He has the eBay Balenciaga collaboration as well. He's had that for a while. Oh, actually it's out of stock, but you get the gist. He did have it at one point. He might probably restock it. But yeah, this guy has some really good stuff for just a low price, and that's why I'm quite obviously recommending him to you guys. Do not expect miracles from him. I have seen there being some discrepancies in his embroidery. It's not always the best, it's not always perfect. However, for the price, you really cannot jump on his dick too much. He even has these chrome double knees for $45. $45 for chrome double knees. Obviously, it's not going to be real silver, but you're still going to have the details, and it's going to look the part. And that's pretty much what Satan Made is for. He definitely looks the part. It's not always the best integrity or quality, but I mean, for $27, where else are you finding this pair of jeans, of the Acne Studios pastel keychains? Like, honestly. That being said, we're going to move on to someone that's quite niche, and I don't think many people actually know about this seller. The sellers I've shown you just now are quite popular, whereas I feel like this guy isn't really out there just yet. This is someone that I personally enjoy buying from, and I have bought from in the past and even recently, and this is High Point, or HB, and he has a lot of Grails or Project GR items. I think it might even be the same brand, to be fair. I'm not even too tapped in. I think Project GR even changed their name recently, so no one knows anymore. But he has a lot of cool stuff, and it's more of that, like, I guess you could say grungy aesthetic. Not really grungy, that's kind of a cringe way to put it, but you know what I mean. He has that certified freak zip up, which I obviously unboxed not too long ago, and, you know, a huge zip that says certified freak. Come on, how can you go wrong with that? He has some really cool pieces that you won't find anywhere else, and it really is items that I haven't seen anywhere else, like quite literally. And there is always good attention to detail. The embroidery sometimes isn't perfect, and sometimes the letters do connect, but I think it's not that big of a deal, especially when you're paying, for example, $30 for a hoodie that has this many details. Not from the hood to the front to the left and right sleeve, there's always something. There's the stressing on the front, there's that wood flap on the back. And I know it sounds like I'm glazing him, but I literally did buy 3 items from him recently. I have this hoodie that says my personality is like pussy, you wouldn't get it, and it's kind of got like this weird contrast. It's like, it looks like someone cut up 2 hoodies and put them together. I did also get this camo jacket because it has fur inside and it looked cool from the photos. And I also got this Mastermind Project GR collaboration hoodie. And these items aren't especially expensive. I think $36 for a hoodie is fair. $75 for a jacket as well with fur inside. I'm not complaining either. And yeah, I think this guy's just a good seller if you want something a bit more different and something that not most people are buying. You don't really see people walking around in Project GR. It is not that popular of a brand just yet. I think they might get there sooner or later. But as I said, I think they changed their name. So maybe even then, you're always going to be quite unique. And he really does have some cool items and some cool zip-ups. And obviously, it's only getting colder in the majority of the world. So it's a good time to buy in. Up next, we have someone that I have glazed exponentially. I absolutely love this guy. MVT. You cannot go wrong with him at all. He's now producing the Balenciaga strike boots, which, by the way, how has it taken this long for someone to take care of them and produce them when literally everyone wants a pair? MVT, the best for your Acne Studios jeans at this point, and he has so many of them, like so many. You don't even know what to do because you've got every pair and every colorway you could probably possibly want. He has so many Balenciaga jeans as well. And I know this doesn't look like a lot, but with the attention to detail and the quality that he provides, this is actually great. He also has hoodies that I can't complain with the quality of as well. I own the Hysteric Glamour hoodie. I own the Supreme MM6 hoodies from him. I own a couple others that I don't think he even has anymore. But MVT is a guy that really does have a lot of attention to detail. He cares about the community. He listens to feedback. He's making the MM Japan gats right now, which is something that I know a lot of the people in the community wanted. But he's just that type of seller that really cares about his reputation and his attention to detail. And if his production is shit and the items he's making aren't reaching the quality that he expects his items to reach, he straight up just won't release the item, which sounds obvious, but so many sellers don't do that. So many sellers will just release bullshit and call it a day. Whereas MVT really cares about what you guys think, what you receive, and what you wear. And that's why he always cares, always waits. He delays his production maybe like another month or 2. And obviously that's shitty because you have to wait the extra month. At the end of that waiting period, you're getting a way better item. Something that's more accurate, something that's got the exact same material, the exact same wash. It's been made with the exact same process. I've seen this guy literally spend like 3 months on one jacket, which honestly at that point, it's like OCD. It's like you're wasting so much money and time. But also, yes, thank you. Someone is finally, you know, caring about the community. For that reason itself, like just for his care and how much money and work he puts into this stuff, I did have to put him on this list. I fucking love MVT. If I could get married to him, I probably wouldn't, but maybe I would. So you get the gist. Last but not least, I'm going to couple up 4 sellers into one, and that's going to be Free Mad Man, Tiger Rep, Dragon Rep, and Fire Rep. And I know there's a couple other ones that I could also throw into this list, but these are like the big 4 that I think are the most popular right now. And these are your kind of go-tos for streetwear nowadays. Anything from Supreme to Stussy to even Mertra to the Schutzer. Across these 4 stores, you pretty much find anything you could possibly want. And if you're in the UK, for example, you could really fill out your whole wardrobe with this stuff because it is like that peak UK fashion. Some weird stuff as well, like for example, who the fuck is buying this? Realistically, who? Why would you ever want this or wear this? Like, I love Tyler the Creator. But yeah, all in all, I think Fire Rep, Dragon Rep, Tiger Rep, and Free Mad Man are some really good sellers. That being said, it's not always the best and it's not always the highest quality with them. Sometimes can be disappointing. I've seen some of their batches or some of the items just straight up be like really off. So I do suggest checking the QC photos before you buy. So for example, if you get this hoodie, the red striped one, you can see that there isn't actually a QC photo here, so you don't know what this item will actually look. And these photos don't really tell you anything because these are photos that the seller themselves uploaded. So it could literally be anything. Now, if I find an item that someone's actually bought, for example, the Supreme Comme des Garçons long sleeve, you'll see that there are some actual QCs and you see what the item actually looks like. And this just looks like a very standard long sleeve with a bit of text on the front, which is kind of what you expect with this piece. You're not expecting miracles. The inside tags, I mean, it says Comme des Garçons shirt, it says Supreme, it says the size. Probably quite accurate, $14. Like, you can't really expect much from this, but I definitely wouldn't guinea pig these items from them. I would wait for someone to buy it. For example, this Mertra puffer, this is quite a tricky piece to make, and this is supposed to be heat reactive. And as you can see, there are QC photos here. I just don't know if I would trust this per se. 480 yuan is not too much for a jacket either. But yeah, it's just they have a lot of stuff, so sometimes you might find something that seems too good to be true and it turns out being too good to be true. So definitely do keep that in mind. Maybe, you know, poke the items, don't straight away buy them. Have a think, have a look at the QCs and then make your mind up. But they do really have a nice variety of stuff, and if you're really into streetwear, I do highly suggest that you check them out. And that's about it for today. I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this was a very quick video, and I know I showcased some sellers that a lot of you probably already know, but I think some people just aren't that tapped in to even recognize seller names. I think they just find items on spreadsheets or Reddit posts. So I did want to put this out there just so you can have like an easier and nicer viewing experience. And I hope maybe I did show you someone you didn't know before. Let me know in the comments down below if you want to see another video like this, or if you thought this was completely useless and this is all mainstream and you need more niche sellers, then I'll look for some more niche sellers. Obviously, as I mentioned in the past, I am working on a website right now, so that will be way better than the spreadsheet. I know the spreadsheet has its own limitations and issues, which we should get out of the way soon. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your support. Hope you guys enjoyed and learned something new as always. And yeah, thank you guys so much and peace out.